Heartbreaking news yesterday. We got the terrible news of a tragedy in Canada, a school shooting. We're going to break it all down here. I'm Jared Wright. This is The Right Wing. Let's get into it.
The Right Wing has been excellent. Jared Wright, Christian nationalist influencer.
So yesterday up in Canada, we had a tragic event. Jesse Van Rootseler is what it looks like to me, is a transgender man who thinks he's a woman, who shot his mother, his stepbrother, went to the school and shot up the school. There's like a lot of people dead or injured, including himself at this point. He's been identified. He has been identified as trans, and I think that's a big part. This is a big part of it. This is a mental illness. Is an issue. We've saw similar shootings in the United States within the past 12 months from trans people, from leftists. Most of your shootings are leftist people, and it is disgusting. It's sad. We need to pray for everything. Pray for Canada. Pray for the United States. Pray that God has his hand of blessing. But we need to talk about what is going on with these guns. Now, if you can't tell, I love guns. And I also know that from what it appears to be, that this guy managed to injure something like 30 people and kill another 10 in Canada, where there are no guns, hardly at all. Very hard to get your hands on a gun. You can't walk down the street like you can in my hometown and see people with guns everywhere. I think that plays a big role in this. Nobody could stop him, even with a bolt-action rifle. I'm not even sure if that was the weapon he used, but you could take out a lot of people. This is the issue when you take guns out of a society. You create this, liberal playground with no guns, with trans people running around, mentally ill people thinking that they're normal, running around. This is why we need mental institutions. This is why we need more guns. It's a two-sided issue. And I can tell you right now, there's only one way to fix this. It really is. For one, leftist ideologies are so far out there. I don't like how can you even want to work with them in any way? We have to work with them in some capacity at some point if we're ever going to address the Israel problem in this country. But how do you side with people who think that you can just declare that you're now a girl, grow your hair out, put some makeup on? You can't. You cannot. And that's the issue that we're facing. So what do you do with these people? If you think that's okay, I think you should be in a mental institution. It's a mental illness, 100%. And you need medical help. You need especially a heart change towards Christ. What we saw in this shooting was we saw a mentally ill person take a gun of some kind that he somehow got his hands on and hurt a lot of people. And there weren't any people around with guns to stop it. What that tells me is we have a mental illness problem and a heart problem. We have a lack of guns problem in Canada. That's the two things I see. Everywhere we take away guns, everywhere you implement gun control, gun violence goes up every single time, every big city, everywhere you go. And this isn't even bringing race into the picture when it comes to guns. What do we do, people? Like, honestly, I'm asking y'all for answers at this point. What do we do? How do we convince people that more guns equal less gun deaths? I don't understand it. And it's always the people that don't understand guns. They're like, well, guns kill people. Yeah, so do pencils when you use them right. So do cars. Look at Renee Good in Minneapolis. She tried using a car as a deadly weapon. A gun took her down as a good thing. Yes, I think it was a good thing. So what do we do? How do we address this problem? How do we get more guns into society instead of taking them away? People want, the gun registry. They want all of these different things. I don't think that's good. It's not good. If we want to be able to prevent further mass shootings, prevent school shootings, we need more guns. We need more well-trained people with guns that are trustworthy. How many of those people that wound up not going home today were trustworthy enough that they could have carried a gun and protected themselves? That's why I always have one on me. Always. I don't go out in public without one. It's not safe. This world is way too dangerous. If you don't have a gun, go get one. Dude, you can go get you a 9mm pistol. It don't even cost that much. You can go get a carry permit. It don't cost that much. It's not hard. You don't even need one in several states now, including my own. Carry it. Learn how to use it correctly. Learn when to use it. Don't use it out of spite. Don't use it when the time isn't right. Use it to protect yourself. You need to. And that's crazy considering that's not even really what the Second Amendment was about. The Second Amendment was more about a tyrannical government. And in that case, don't just get the 9mm. Go ahead and get some bolt actions, a couple of ARs, so on and so forth, and then you're broke. You don't know what happened. That's the problem us Southerners have, man. We end up with so many guns. We don't even know where we're trying to remember where we put them at. It's like, oh, shoot, where my house was that one at? Oh, crap. I've run into that problem. Thankfully, I have them in good spots now. I know where they're at. I know where I can get one quickly, anywhere I'm at, because that's important. It really is important in this day and age. You don't know what's coming for you. You don't know what government official is going to come for you at this point. You don't know who's going to come and lie about you and try to take you in. Say that, oh, you're an issue. You're a problem to society. This is why we need guns. Guns are great. I could lay my pistol right here. I don't have it right here, but I could lay it right there. It would never fire towards that camera unless I pull the trigger. Not counting the SIG P320. That's a crappy gun. Don't go get that one. Lawsuits everywhere for that. But my point is, that's the only gun that does that. Go get you a Glock. It doesn't do it. It's not going to fire. It's not going to kill anybody. I can tell it, hey, go kill somebody. It's not going to do it. It's going to sit there and not do a thing until I pull the trigger. Guns don't kill people. People kill people, and they use weapons to do so. Whether that weapon is a gun, a knife, a car, a pencil, doesn't matter. Their bare hands, a tree log. They're going to find something. If people want to do that, they're going to go find a weapon to do it. Why not give the good guys weapons and equip them to handle the evil that is coming their way? Give me one good argument. I don't understand why y'all think we need this gun control. When it's handled correctly, it works great. And ultimately, you know something? Maybe this is a liberal thing where they think we could live in a utopia and they just kind of throw out facts. Ultimately, as sad as it is, unless there is a major, nationwide, worldwide heart change toward Jesus, homicides will happen in this nation forever. People will use a weapon and do terrible things. We can't, completely negate that. They're going to go find a weapon of some kind, no matter what it is, even if it is a firearm. We're trying to limit the bad effect that they can have with that. When you have well-trained officers at schools who have cameras and know when someone's coming in and out, when someone's coming onto the property with a firearm, and can go handle business and has the balls to do so, that's another issue, has the balls to go handle business, you limit the bad effects of that individual who's mentally ill, potentially transgender, with a pistol, with a gun, with a bolt action, with whatever. You limit it because you go and you handle business. And yeah, you know what? It's tragic. But ultimately, if you choose to put others' life in danger, your own life is in danger. That's what you do. That's the sacrifice you make when you decide to take those actions. And that's exactly how it should be handled. That's what tears me up about this, man. People are already screaming, we need gun control, anything but taking the guns away. It's not a gun problem. We have a tranny problem that's ruining the nation in general. We have a gay problem. And we have a mental illness problem. Too many people with demonic spirits in them, not giving their life over to Jesus. It's not a gun problem. It's not. Go look at the UK. They kill people with cars and knives all the time. There aren't any guns there. You want to talk about homicides? There's still homicides, just not by gun, by other things. It's not a gun problem. We need more guns. Look at Kennesaw State. Kennesaw City, really. The campus of Kennesaw State is in the city, and in Kennesaw, when they orchestrated gun laws that were the opposite of what you're used to, they required you to have a gun. They required training. Every household had to have at least one gun. Guess what? All of the crime rates plummeted. Why don't we talk about that? If we're going to talk about guns, we need to talk about race when it comes to guns. Firearm violence is much higher within the black population. There's something to that. Blacks tend to be more violent. How do you handle that? I think you properly have to train people. No, I don't think we say, hey, no blacks can have guns. I don't think that's really constitutional. But we have to address it in some way, here in the States at least, because it is a big problem, especially inner cities, Detroit, Chicago, Atlanta, Los Angeles, wherever you're at. There's New York, there's a very high violence rate within, young black men. Even young black women. Black women are actually more violent than white men, which is a crazy statistic. That's like the only time you ever see anything like that where women are more violent than men, and when you break it down by race. So we need to address the problem, which is a heart problem, first and foremost. It's a mental illness problem. There's something going on. It's not just delegated by race. It's not just delegated necessarily by what your political opinions are. It's dictated by, ultimately, a need for people to come to Jesus, to accept him into their hearts. That's my prayer for each and every single one of you. Accept Jesus Christ into your heart, first and foremost. Know that you're going to heaven because he loves you. He will create peace within you. And any demonic spirit, any anxiety or depression or anything, he will cast out. He can take care of. Pray it and believe it. That's my first prayer. My second prayer is that you go get a gun and you learn how to use it. Protect yourself in this day and age. I'm Jared Wright. This is The Right Wing. Make sure you hit all the buttons down below. I appreciate you being here, and I post this content all the time. If you enjoy it, make sure to come along next time. Hope you have a great day.